Okay guys, this is a snapshot ahead to next week and what we're looking at. So we're going to be looking in maths at measuring the area of a triangle. Now I've got two formulas for you this time round because this is the one I work with. I work with the area of a triangle is equal to base times height divided by 2. That's how I think about it. Now you guys, and I think it might have even been Heymanth this week, appreciate that, Heymanth. He was last week actually. He suggested that area of a triangle is equal to half base times height. Let's have a look and see if those two are really the same. So I'll give you a triangle to start out with here. Let's say the base of this triangle is 5 centimeters and the height of this triangle, let's say that it's 7 centimeters high. Let's go with mine over here. By mine, let's substitute. I don't know what the area is yet. I can't do anything there, but I do know what the base is. The base is 5 times the height, which is 7. Divide those two bad boys by 2. So let's start out here first of all. Let's do the 5 by 7. 5 times 7 we know is 35. So now I have 35 divided by 2. I'm going to put down one of these. 2 into 3 goes only one time. And I would have one remainder. 2 into 15 goes 7 times, and I have one remainder. 2 into 1 it can't go. I put down a decimal point. 2 into 10, because I've added on a 0, 2 into 10 would go 5 times. So by my calculation and the substitution of my formula, the area of the triangle is 17.5 centimeters squared. Let's try Heymanth's way over here. So by Heymanth's, we have, I don't know what the area of the triangle is. I do know what a half is, and for my calculation, I'm going to write that as 0.5 is a half. I'm going to multiply that by 5, the base, and I'm going to multiply that by 7, the height. Now, we do need to work left to right here. We're using the same operation, so let's make sure we start here. Let's start out with 0.5 multiplied by 5. 5 times 5 we know is 25. That's a good 2 there, probes. 25. 1 decimal place in the question, 1 decimal place in the answer. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5 multiplied by 7 times 7. 7 5s are 35. 2 7s are 14. 15, 16, 17. I have 1 decimal place in the answer, in the question, 1 decimal place in the answer. So by Heymanth's method up here, the area is equal to 17.5 centimeters squared. Don't forget this. This is important, you little donkeys. We need to make sure we are putting units squared. That's what it's all about here. So 17.5 by old probes, 17.5 by Heymanth. It's good. Now thinking about the challenges for next week. The challenges next week I'm going to start to pose to you is, what if I don't have all of this information to begin with? What if I don't have the base and the height? What if I only have the base measurement? And what if, so I lose that 7, what if I know that that's 5 and I know from there to there is, say, 6? Or what if it was an equilateral triangle? It was 5 and 5 and 5. They're all the same. It doesn't tell me what the height is. Can you start to think, if you're not given all of this information, can you still complete the question? Think about perhaps dividing this, where we would make some right angles here, or what other means could we use to determine what this height is so that we could find the area? I guess, you smart cookies, you would probably realize that if I knew the area already, could we do the the backwards working that we tried with the circles. Could we find out the height if I had the base and the area? Could I find out what that is? That's going to be the extension activity for next week. I'm dying. Think about that a little bit. I'll see you guys on Monday.